All right, welcome everybody to our Make a Shift Kit. We're super excited about this new collection that Young Living just launched in 2023. My name is Andrea. This is Aaron, my brother-in-law. We have been with Young Living for going on 17 years. I mean, you were kind of the
Fall of '06.
you were the first we were the first followers. You were really the
Yeah,
leader. You were the leader in this journey. Your mom, my mother-in-law, introduced us to oils, and that was in 2006. We got oils in our stocking for Christmas. You right away were like, you were
Well,
trying the things out.
I was in massage school.
You were in massage
So I
school.
was
So
like learning other stuff.
you were further along
I
in the
was just
journey.
learning
So
stuff, yeah.
the oils kind of made sense for you. You were getting in. I remember you putting oregano oil in your water. And I was like,
that was
what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
we
anyway,
don't recommend that.
yeah.
I don't recommend that.
So the first oil that like kind of made me realize that there was something to this was thieves oil, which is one of the oils that we're going to talk about in this starter collection. And after actually using it, so the backstory is that my mother was like, Andrea, you're getting sick a lot as a teacher. Why don't you try these oils and just see how they support you? And one of them that she'd given us was thieves oil. And I was like, okay. So for me, classic symptoms, scratchy throat, body just feeling off, was feeling that way one night as a junior high teacher. And so I grabbed the thieves oil that she'd given us in our stocking and put a few drops on my glands, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and I was feeling good. And so I was like, okay, well, I probably just wasn't getting sick, right? I didn't think it had anything to do with the oil. And so a month or two later, same thing, scratchy throat, not feeling right. I put the oils on again. I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning. And this is the second time in a row that I'm not having to take a day off of work because I'm like, oh, I feel good. So that kind of opened my eyes. I was like, all right, well, what is this stuff? Let me learn a little bit about this. And I remember she had a book, the essential oils reference, that would just kind of sit out on the table at the house. And so, every time I'd go over, I would just like dive in a little bit, like, okay, so what can these oils do? And quickly fell in love with these oils because peppermint was one of the other ones that she'd given us, lavender. So half of the oils in this starter collection are ones that she'd given us. And I was trying them for different things. I think I had a burn, from the stove, and the lavender really, really helped with that. Peppermint with like queasy stomach, with, head tension was helping. And I was like, this stuff is amazing. And so went from total skeptic to this is awesome. And we always joke that it was kind of our gateway drug into natural living, at least for me, because prior to that, I came from a home that was very Western medicine. My mom grew up, or my mom was a nurse when I was growing up. And, she thought chiropractic was whack because that's what, the doctors that she worked with told her. And, we didn't really pay attention to food. And so this really was the thing that made me say, hey, maybe there is something to this natural living thing, right? And so we want to meet you where you're at, like maybe you grew up like I did in a very Western medicine family, didn't really pay attention to the foods that you were eating. And so this whole natural world thing feels a bit overwhelming, right? Like there's so much to it. And so I love these Make a Shift kits because they make it easy and simple to just begin the journey, right? Like I was at that place when I was 25 of just 26, how old are we? 26, maybe 27, of just like checking it out, right? Like tiptoeing into this natural health world, into the low tox world. And so these are 6 oils that can get you started on that journey. And it is, right? It's about taking small steps. You don't have to like change everything all at once. I remember once I was introduced to the oils that I started reading this book. I can't remember the name of the author, but he went through like 100 different things that you should change if you're wanting to live like a natural lifestyle. And I remembered being like, oh my word, like totally overwhelmed, and setting that book down and being like, okay, I'm going to do what I can right now, but I can't do all those things. Now, what's interesting, almost 20 years later, 17, 18 years later, I bet if I went back and looked at that book and looked at that list, most of those things we probably have shifted at this point in time,
At least 78 of them.
right? At least 78, 80 out of
85,
100, like we probably have shifted, but that was over the course of 15 years, right? Like getting to that point. And so it is, you don't have to do everything, but you also don't have to throw the baby out with bathwater. Like you can like say, all right, I'm going to open up my eyes to this natural living thing and start to make some small shifts and changes. And the beauty of the oils is that they fit into a larger paradigm, right? Of like, are you getting outside? Are you getting sun on your face, right? Are you moving your body? Are you drinking water? Are you becoming more aware of some of the food choices that you're making, right? And then those essential oils can fit in as part of that, under that umbrella. All right, so here's what's cool about essential oils. They are lipid soluble, all right? And then, so when we put them on our bodies and they go throughout our bodies within a number of minutes, but when they get to all of the cells in our body, because they're lipid soluble, they're able to cross and get into the cell, right? And so essential oils can have a profound impact, not only like on physical wellness, you'll talk about some of the things that some of these oils support, but also for emotions. When we breathe them in, they go up into that limbic region of our brain, which is where our emotional center is. And so when we're feeling stressed or we're feeling, a little bit anxious about something that's coming up or whatever it may be, maybe we're feeling a little bit down, essential oils can really help to modulate and support mood, support positive mood, but help to relieve stress and things like that. And so physical wellness, emotional wellness, they're beautiful for both. Let's get into this kit and see what some of these specific oils can be used for. So in this collection, you're going to get 6 essential oils, 2 singles, 2 blends, 2 roll-on blends, and a beautiful diffuser for your home. And Aaron, you're going to tell us about each of these 6 now.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, as Andrea mentioned, yeah, it's been 17 years for me. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for the way in which just my whole body, mind, spirit, wellness world has shifted. And like you said, it's this gradual, little bit at a time journey, but just being courageous and continuing to stay with it and continuing to show up each day and be like, okay, like I saw our brother-in-law has started a walking routine with the new 14-day reset, and it's like, these are those things that are so game changing. And oils have just been a huge part of that. So Deep Relief is an incredible roll-on blend. I don't use it a ton because I have other favorites that I use that, like Deep Relief is really good if you're into working out. This would be something that I would have. I'm just saying this so right? Just being honest, like Cool Azul is a similar blend to Deep Relief. Lots of folks love the Deep Relief roll-on. And like working out, I don't know, my brother, he gets some shoulder and neck stuff, sometimes me as well, depending, what my workout is.
Same.
Yeah, and Deep Relief is like neck and shoulders, could be low back if your low back's talking to you. Love the fact that it's in a roll-on because it's just easy to apply. For some reason, this has not been in my rotation as of late.
Interesting. It is one of my one of my favorites for anything awesome. Physical, right?
That's awesome.
It's always one that I have on my nightstand if I am like crawling into bed and I'm just feeling tension, tightness from a workout from the day.
Totally.
Roll it on. I love it.
That's awesome. So I might need to get back into the Deep Relief world. But next one is Stress Away. Stress Away is a great one for calming. Again, yeah, I don't know about you, but my mind is like this incredible gift, right? Our minds are these incredible gifts. And also, sometimes it's easy to get like hyped up and stressed out, like nervous system overloaded overload, overstimulated. And for me, like Stress Away is one of my favorites to just help me reconnect to the ground, right? At the end of the day, so much of this, a lot of these oils are really about reconnecting to these bodies that we're living in. Sometimes we just sort of brains wandering around the earth, and it's like, wait, we're also bodies here. And so Stress Away for me is one of those where you put it on your wrists, put it on the back of your neck, massage it onto your feet. All great ways to just find your breath again, find your calm again, and come back to being a body as well, and being a soul as well, not just a mind. So that's my 2 cents on that one. Thieves is an incredible blend, as Andre shared earlier. For me, immune system supporting. I enjoy making teas with this. There's a Thieves Vitality line, and so what that means is just that I could put a drop of this in a big glass of water, and or I can make a warm tea with some fresh squeezed lemon and a drop of the Thieves Vitality or this Thieves. And just for overall immune system support. I run an Airbnb alongside my wife, and we have Thieves sprays throughout the whole house. And when they run low, I get new ones, or I fill it up with Thieves and Purification. Those are oils that go in there. Thieves, like we do our laundry with Thieves detergent. So, I mean, Thieves is like, if you're new to Young Living, Thieves is worth getting to know because it's the oil, but then it's also all these other products that Young Living has using the Thieves line, or the Thieves blend. Peppermint. Peppermint for me is like, it's like energizing. It's behind the ears. I went to a chiropractor out here in the last year or so, and she was like, massage peppermint around your ears, like just like because I would feel a little fullness through my ear, nose, and throat stuff, and she would just be like, massage that in the front of your ears. Again, if you're brand new to the oils, peppermint is very cooling to the skin. So you may choose to use like a carrier oil. You could have a organic coconut oil, jojoba oil, some sort of carrier. Young Living also has some massage oils you can use. Andrea is doing that. She's very familiar with how this feels on her skin. But if you are brand new, just dive into peppermint gently, not 4 drops. Like 1 drop goes a long way. So energy, cooling, my stomach. I love if I've just eaten some weird food throughout the day, putting some peppermint. Last night, I don't know, I had a little bit more cheese than I'm used to having, and my stomach was talking to me. So peppermint on my stomach.
I love it also for just opening up the nasal cavity.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, it's divine. It's so good. Divine. It is. Lavender is, to be honest, probably in my top 2 most used oils. I use it for relaxation. I use it for skin. I don't have hair. Sometimes I forget that and go out in the sun and get too much sun. And so I'll take some lavender and some organic coconut oil and put that on my skin. And that works amazing. This is just one that, I mean, as an uncle, it's one that I remember using a lot with kids. I remember my sister-in-law, my brother, my sister, all using lavender a lot for their kiddos, just for calming, alongside Stress Away, alongside some other oils. But lavender was definitely a deep breathe and relax oil. One other piece, we'll go to the next one, because that Purification is the final oil. This is just, like I said, like a Thieves. For me, Purification is another great immune system supporting oil. It's like Purification in the diffusers, Thieves in the diffusers. The second you're feeling a little off, You know, it's like get those running through the air, breathing those in. Splash a couple drops in the shower before you go in and take a shower. Purification is another one that I also like to rub around my ears. Um, I also choose to use both lavender and purification on. I'll like I know some people use dryer balls, but I just put the drops on like dark socks
Yeah.
when I'm doing laundry. So
Yeah.
I'll just throw some drops on like dark socks or a dark washcloth and throw it in the laundry, and just love the way that that gives a little fresh scent to it. Okay. Anything else on those? Okay, so again, if you're watching this on YouTube or right now on Zoom or on the Our Living Well Now lifestyle group, feel free to screenshot these diffuser blends, some good ideas. Um, Again, just start small, like find a routine that works for you. I know that Sarah and I've been having a lot of construction going on at our house. And so today, what did I put in? I put peppermint oil and evergreen essence, like like woodsy and then peppermint in the air. So start small, like play with these oils, see what really like what feels good to you in the morning, see what helps you kind of calm in the evenings. We're all different. Our bodies are different. Our preferences are different. So yeah, just be once you get the kit, like start opening them, open those bottles, get to know them, don't be afraid, check in with your friend, have them give you some ideas and tips, and you'll be golden. Okay, and then as far as the difference, like why Young Living, we'll share about the Seed to Seal promise here in a second, but this is why Young Living. For me, Young Living's been around. 2024 is 30 years. 30 years Young Living has been sharing oils with the world, sharing oils with families, sharing oils with individuals who are looking for body, mind, spirit wellness support. And so that 30 years of like research and farms and trial and error and being like and just due diligence with like showing up every day, getting the absolute best oil that's out there. When you're going into the grocery, they're not doing the same tests. They're not doing this. They don't have the same farming practices. They don't have the same stipulations and rules that they're following for their oils. And you can smell the difference. Like you can smell the difference between lavender out of a Young Living Seed to Seal farm supplier. You can smell the difference versus a lavender from the store,
Absolutely.
from the grocery. So that's why I will use Young Living till I'm old and bald, old and till the end of my days here. So anyway, and here it is, the Seed to Seal promise. Again, screenshot this. Like they have a great seedtoseal.com is a great website to check out. You can also just access Seed to Seal info on the Young Living website to learn more about the farms. You can learn more about how we source, how Young Living sources, the science and the testing that they're doing, the standards that they're choosing to follow. They're also all about sustainability and taking care of the planet and finding farms that are locked in on that, because we all know we're not taking care of the earth, the soil, the planet. Like these plants, I mean, this is life-giving, right? These plants are life-giving, so we have to take care of the earth. So anyway, just big love and respect for the Seed to Seal promise that Young Living offers all of us. Thanks for listening. And now we're going to pass the mic back when it goes to the next slide.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
So we just talked about the Essential Solutions Kit. You see that in the top left there. They also have 3 other kits that you can get that are at this price point of $112, except for the Reset Kit. That one is $129. So the Happy Healthy Home, those are the most popular Thieves products. You were just talking about how you use Thieves all over your home. These are the most popular Thieves cleaning products that are available, and they're all in this one kit. And then the Daily Wellness Kit is going to be Ningxia Red and Ningxia Nitro, along with 2 essential oils. If you're not familiar with Ningxia Red, maybe you've heard some buzz about the 14-day reset that a lot of us are doing. Ningxia Red is a whole food antioxidant drink that does way more than just provide antioxidant power. It's really supportive of every body system and gives great sustained energy, helps with cravings, tastes delicious. And so you can get that in the daily wellness kit, or you can get it in the form of the reset kit, which is brand new from Young Living. The reset kit has the exact amount of Ningxia Red that you need to be able to do the 14-day reset, along with some instructions and some motivation to help you along the way. So these are all options for you as you're getting started with Young Living, or as a customer, you can still get the reset kit if the 14-day reset is something that you're wanting to do and you already have an account. But yeah, these are 4 great options for you, and you just decide, okay, how do you want to start? Do you want to start with essential oils? Do you want to start with getting some of the toxins out of your home and go with the Happy Healthy Home Kit, or do you want to work on your own nutrition? All right. Slow computer.
There.
All right, here we go. So,
There we go.
going back. All right, so here's how to get started. First thing that you want to do is figure out what you want to get started with. There's 2 ways to unlock the savings with Young Living. If you spend 100 PV, which any of those starter collections will count for that, then you get 24% off. If you put any of the items on Loyalty Rewards, you get 24% off. So 2 ways to unlock the savings. You just want to make sure that you have the referral code from the person who invited you. Once you have that account, if you placed a 100 PV order, you're going to get 24% discount on all of the other products that Young Living has and their offerings for the next year. If you put whatever you ordered on Loyalty Rewards, as long as you have something on Loyalty Rewards, then you're going to get 24% off indefinitely, as long as you're on Loyalty Rewards. So let's look at what Loyalty Rewards is here in just a second. All right, so Loyalty Rewards is Young Living's customer loyalty program. So you can put 50 PV, which is generally equal to dollar amount before tax and shipping, 50 PV worth of product on your order every month, and you're going to get all kinds of perks. You're going to get 10 to 25% back, depending on how long you've been on it, and points that you can use to get free products. There are products of the month. You'll see the ones for January over to the right-hand side. So at different amounts that you spend, they'll throw in more free product. You can change your order processing day. You can move it up or back. You can process now, even if it's a week out, but you're wanting your products now, you can do that. And you can cancel at any time. But I always tell people, definitely as you're getting started, you want to at least try Loyalty Rewards, because that first month you're going to get 10% back plus a free oil for getting one of the starter bundles. And then in month 2, as long as you have at least 50 PV worth of product on Loyalty Rewards, you're going to get a free diffuser. And so lots of perks in those first 2 months. And then you can reevaluate and say, okay, so did I start this because I'm wanting to shift lifestyle, and I know that I'm going to continue to order products that are helping me to get toxins out of my home and things like that? Or am I ready to go off of it? And you get to make that decision. It's very easy to cancel at that point. So we thank you for coming, being here with us tonight, learning a little bit about the Make a Shift Kit, and know that we continue to offer classes and workshop offerings, and you're invited to be at any of those. To check out where those are, if you go onto Facebook to our Living Well Now page and look under events, you'll see all of the upcoming stuff for this month. And then as we roll into the next month, you'll see what we have then. Right? Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah,
what do you want to say last?
Well, no, thanks for being here. And I love this photo. It's just a good throwback
photo.
to convention last year. Lots of most all of which those folks there are brand partners, and who are also passionate about educating, supporting, cheering others on their wellness journeys, and sharing this Young Living lifestyle. So big love to all the Young Living brand partners out there, Living Well Now brand partners, and customers alike. We're just grateful to keep learning, right? To keep learning together and being on the journey together, because it feels good to do it in community, in my opinion. So, all right. Thanks, y'all.